This hour is the entire controversy surrounding the BBC documentary. And it's not just happening in one or two cities across the country. There are reports of protests which are being reported from cities like Hyderabad. That's the latest bit of news that we are getting for you. Let's begin with this latest news coming in. And at the Hyderabad Central University, there's a screening of the BBC documentary Part 2 today. Just days after the screening of the first part, and this has led to a showdown as expected with the ABVP workers who are protesting against the HCU administration for blocking the screening of Kashmir files. They question why SFI was allowed to screen the BBC documentary which has been banned, but they were not allowed to screen Kashmir files at the university campus. Swastika Das will get us more details from that story, but part 2 of the documentary is going to be screened today. Part 1 has already been screened. This is happening in defiance of the orders which have been given by Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, arguing that this movie or this documentary per se is not good for the law and order situation. It shows institutions of India in bad light. But a tone of rebellion and defiance has been reported from various universities across the country, including Jamia Millia Islamia, where there was an attempt to screen that movie at the JNU. My colleague Swastika with us on the broadcast from Hyderabad, getting us more details on that story. Swastika, tell us what's happening at the university campus.
Well, at the university campus right now, security has been ramped up. Just a short while ago, in fact, there were some protests that were being held by the ABVP here. They were squatted here on the floor, and their main demand was why the university authorities did not allow them to go ahead with the screening. But it wasn't really a large-scale protest to begin with. And secondly, the entire university authorities have been extremely vigilant. That is why, even as has been the norm to check the ID cards and then allow the students to get inside, this time around they had deployed extra security to ensure there was no ruckus whatsoever. One big update, the 6 o'clock screening of the BBC documentary that was to be held by the SFI against the norm of the universities have also been scrapped. And the university stand is that we will not allow any kind of movie screening from the either side to ensure that there is peace and tranquility. I'm going to quickly get in a word from Bala. He's the ABVP representative here. If you could just quickly tell us what exactly happened. What was that the university authorities have told you?
See, we were supposed to be screening our movie, the Kashmir Files, around 6 o'clock. Now, when we were trying to take our projector inside, the university security stopped us. They not only stopped us, there was a scuffle. Some of our Karyakartas also got hurt.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, our only concern is, what is the need for you to stop us from taking the projector inside when you allowed other organizations to screen something which is banned?
But the screening did not happen today. What you're raising objection to is the screening that had happened earlier on the 21st.
No, let's go inside. You can see whether screening is happening or not. You can check whether the screening is happening of the BBC documentary or not. See, that's what I'm telling you. There are people who are wantingly trying to spread fake propaganda. Please do not fall prey for that.
What are your demands? What has the university told you? Very quickly.
See, last time when we asked them as to what, last time we informed them prior to the screening itself. They have not taken any action to stop them from screening. Neither have they taken any action after the screening has happened. Our only concern is, now when we asked them today, they said they are initiating action on them. And if they've already initiated action on them, how can the screening start taking place now? The university has to answer for this. Okay. And are we screening something which is banned by the government of India? No.
So you're saying that the screening is taking place in secretively, and where is it happening? If you have the details, can you share it with us?
That we'll have to check once. It's around North LH. They have released, the SFI has released a poster challenging the university administration, telling that we will do the screening. Now the administration has to answer us.
All right, Anusha, you heard there sparring factions, in fact, on both sides, ABVP and SFI, but the university authorities have told us that there is a heavy security deployment and they are not going to allow any kind of disturbance to the atmosphere of the college campus here.
All right, Swastika Das reporting all the details. So the ABVP student wing, which is affiliated to the BJP, has said that basically when they wanted to screen Kashmir files, that was not allowed, and BBC documentary Part 1, Part 2, despite being banned by the government of the day, is being allowed at the Hyderabad